Hello, class. Good day to all of you, and nice to see you back here. This is our seventh lesson. Okay, so we have learned about bonding, we have learned about ionic bonding, we have learned about simple covalent bonding, we have even learned about giant covalent bonding. All right, so we have learned many different things, many different bonding, many different compounds for the past 3 weeks. This is our fourth week, and this is the lesson number 7 today. So you might be thinking, what are we going to learn? Okay, so guys, today actually we are going to revise and review all of our learning and put together in one single format so that it is easier for you in the future to understand this concept. Now, when we learn about bonding, we learn about separate this bonding, and this bonding, and so forth. But in reality, I like you to know that all happen together simultaneously. So in one example, you can find an ionic compound together with another covalent compound, and again with another giant covalent compound. They are just side by side each other. Okay, so for today's lesson, I have one PowerPoint for us. Okay, so this PowerPoint bonding overview. Okay, then again, I have one worksheet for you as well. Okay, lesson 7. Okay, this is for lesson 7. So these are the two things that we have, and I will go through with this. I'm gonna give you some time so that you're gonna spend some time. There are very important questions here. Besides writing all of these, at the bottom here, I really like you try to think about this. What is the most interesting part that you have learned in this topic? Does this topic about bonding have any similarity to a bonding or relationship with fellow human? What is your opinion or suggestion to improve this topic? Can you create a song that could enhance our learning for this chemical bonding topic? You could play any musical instrument, record, and post it in our group chat if you like. Okay, this is the activity for this lesson. So I'm going to give you ample of time to do all of this activity. Okay, so guys, let us go through today's PowerPoint. Bonding overview. Let us have a look. What actually we are learning? What we have learned until now? Okay, so you should be able to recall and use data relating to the physical property of substance related to this method of bonding. Most will be able to recall the principle of ionic, covalent, and metallic bonding. So guys, for us, we never learn metallic bonding, okay? Some will understand and be able to explain the differences between simple molecular and giant molecular covalent bonding. So guys, when you talk about ionic bonding, end of the day, it is about electron are being transferred from a metal to a non-metal, creating an oppositely charged ion with fuller outer shell. All right, for example, when a metal donates, it becomes a positive ion, and the non-metal receive the electron, become negative ion. There's basically an attraction between a positive and a negative, and this attraction is basically called electrostatic attraction. This is what form ionic compound. So this is a form of ionic bonding. Okay. So ionic compound usually have a general properties. They have high melting point and boiling point. They have a crystalline structure. They can conduct electricity when they are in the molten or dissolved form. Okay. Now, I noticed over here, here is covalent bonding. After ionic, we learn about covalent bonding. You can see in covalent bonding, basically it's talking about this non-metal, they share pair of electrons to achieve stable outer shell. All right. So we have example, this hydrogen with another hydrogen. So they form single covalent bond. Same, fluorine with another atom of fluorine, single covalent bond. Now, this is two oxygen atom with one carbon. If you know, they are forming double covalent bond. All right. And over here, okay, carbon tetrafluoride, it is 4 single covalent bond, just like with methane. Okay. So covalent compound, on the other hand, have the general properties. They tend to form discrete individual molecule. That's why sometimes you can find them as a gases. They have a low boiling and melting point. They are very poor conductor of electricity. Okay, they're very poor. They don't usually conduct electricity. Simple covalent compound. Okay. Now, some materials such as carbon will form giant covalent bonded structure like diamond and graphite. They can conduct electricity. So diamond, we have a tetrahedral structure. Each carbon atom covalently bonded equal to another 4 atoms of carbon. Okay, and then when we talk about graphite, they have hexagonal layer structure. Layers held together by weaker bond with delocalized electron. Right? Okay, so this is basically about that. Now, we haven't learned about metallic bonding, so I'm not going to discuss with you either about this. Okay, so that's all for today's lesson. Very short because, guys, my lesson is very short as I'm not going to do a lot of talking. You have learned all of this. Why I give you ample of time, I really like you to look at this worksheet that we have today. This worksheet is going to help you to enhance your learning for the past weeks that we've been trying to learn. So you need to write down what is the example of compound for ionic. For example, I say sodium chloride. For simple covalent, for example, oxygen. Now for giant covalent, we only have 3. We have only diamond, we have graphite, and of course we have silicon oxide. Of course, beside this, we have like fullerene, graphene, okay? But nanotubes. But this one, you need to do more reading. Diagram, how they achieve stable structure. In ionic, they give and receive electron. In simple covalent, they share electron. Giant covalent, they share electron. How about the melting point, boiling points? Condition the room means, are they solid? Are they liquid? For example, all giant covalent bond, they are only solid. Now, covalent, simple covalent can be solid, can be liquid, can be gas. This one, solid. Solubility in water, yes. Ionic are soluble. Now, covalent compound are not generally not soluble, okay, or very low solubility. Then giant covalent, of course, not soluble. Are they soluble in organic solvent? Yep. Conductivity of electricity, conductivity of heat. Now, probably you look at this end of this, but then you notice there are 2 more boxes. Why? I leave it for you. If you're able to find some other interesting information or criteria, why not you fill up? So just don't rely on me. Perhaps, for example, you found about the density, or for example, you found about magnetism. So all these are extra knowledge that you have to do some research. So guys, at the end of this lesson, I like really to spend more time here. You see, you can create a song that can enhance our learning for this chemical bonding. You can play any musical instrument and record and post it in our group chat. So I know some of you are very good with some musical instrument like guitar, like violin, and so on. You can form a group, 2 or 3 of you, come out with a band or group that can play some song that is related to this topic. Record it and share with our friends. So that's why we have about almost 40 minutes to do this activity. Okay. Okay, guys, that's all for me. Message me if you're not sure. Okay. Send your message to me in the WeChat group and we'll discuss together. Okay. Bye-bye for now.